Welcome back, guys. I'm Taylor. This is Nick over here. Let's get right to it. Oklahoma beats TCU 52-31 at home on primetime there in Norman, Oklahoma. It's been a long week. Nick, we had some quarterback controversy, a lot of drama going on.
Right.
Lots of drama going on. I want to be honest with you, this whole quarterback controversy thing just pissed me off. It pissed me off. Half the fans, they don't know what's going on back there.
There's a lot of toxic OU fans that are pissed
Absolutely.
off. I understand why, too, with expectations at the quarterback for Oklahoma. But give the guy a break. He's 21 years old.
Give him awesome, thank you. Coffee. Give the guy a break. He's 21 years old. He's a kid, he's a football player, he's a human being, okay? That's all it is. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. I get it. Quarterback play's been good at Oklahoma. Let's not make it personal. Let's not be trash.
Right, and a lot of fans kind of forget what he did last year.
They did, and it's getting ridiculous. That I just had to say it. It kind of pissed me off.
Right.
So, that's out of the way.
But as far as leading up to this week, not really knowing who's going to get the start, you could just assume that Caleb Williams was going to get it. And I will say the crowd, when they saw that he was starting on the intro
They went
video,
wild.
They went crazy. And he performed. He did really well. He has 18 of 23 with 295 yards passing, 4 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown for 41 yards.
Dude, he lit it up. He absolutely. Oh, thank you, Adam. What are we doing here? Oh, Kool-Aid Jammer, I guess. Okay. He did. He tore it up, man. He's a true freshman.
Yeah, didn't even play football his senior year.
No.
It's insane, his talent level.
It is. Nick, you had a few keys to the game. You said on the pregame. Your first thing you said was you wanted to stop the run and maintain good leverage. Mm-hmm. How did that go?
Stopping the run. They had a two-headed monster at running back going into this game, but we didn't get to see Zach Evans, really the starter and more talented back. But Kendra Miller for TCU, number 33, still stepped up and had a really good game. Dude's hard to bring down. I believe he had 50-some yards rushing, but he was very effective in the pass game as well. Breaking loose, and it was hard for the defense to maintain leverage on him.
Oh, yeah. I get it. They actually had more total yards than Oklahoma. I wrote down they had 529 total yards. We had 525.
Yeah. There's also a lot of young guys playing right now for Oklahoma. Specifically in the secondary.
Yeah.
We have Darian Turner-Yell out. DJ Graham went out in that game due to concussion protocol. And then obviously we've had Woody Washington out. So just DBs across the field for OU, we are going to the depth chart. And these young guys will step up. They're at OU for a reason, and the coaching staff believes that they can get the job done.
Absolutely. Hopefully, I don't know how much longer they're going to be out, but, next week we do play Kansas. I don't want to overlook Kansas, but hopefully, that's a game they can kind of relax on, be out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. That's one we should run up the score. Sorry, Gabe.
Yeah, sorry. We're actually going to be at that game next week. It's going to be a blast. Another thing you said, you wanted to force their quarterback to beat you at passing. They kind of did that.
They did that. Duggan actually had a career day passing.
He did.
He was 20 of 30 for 346 yards and 4 touchdowns. And it kind of looked like we were playing Texas again. It was kind of that whole nightmare. Deep ball was just there, and we were kind of getting dunked on. But like I said, there's 3 starters out, and it's all freshmen stepping up playing. And Joshua Eaton had an interception, but he just got the ball yanked from him.
Oh yeah.
That's just there's a couple missed opportunities that I was disappointed in, but I was okay with. And one of those being the whole touchback when I think it's Latrell McCutcheon strips the ball and Deshaun White takes it, touchback. He dives, could have been a touchdown, but it's a touchback, TCU ball again. So that was tough, but I can live with those kind of mistakes.
Yeah, there we go. We actually won by 3 touchdowns. They haven't beat a FBS team all year by more than 1 possession. So,
Yeah, offense looked really good. Defense had their struggles, but they're going to get better, and we're only going to see this team mesh. It's not November yet, so.
Not yet. Another thing you said, get off the field on 4th down.
Right. They only had 1 4th down attempt, and it was kind of like last season against Florida. Do you remember when Brian Asamoah had that goal line stand? They tried to dish it out to the running back on 4th and goal.
Yeah.
Asamoah comes and lays out their running back. It was kind of like that. Duggan was kind of coming around on a bootleg, and you could see Brian Asamoah's closing speed, and he just makes the play, and it was awesome. So that was a huge 4th down. Even on 3rd down conversions, they were 7 of 14. I can live with that. We did make some plays. I know Justin Broyles had a swatted ball, put it down. So there's potential here.
Another thing you said, establish the run game early. Run game leads to the play action pass, all that. How did that go?
Kennedy Brooks had another monster day. He left off right after that Texas game. So he had 20 carries, 153 yards rushing, a touchdown, averaged 7.3 yards. And he looked monstrous. He looked really good. Offensive line, I got to give him credit. These past 2 weeks, they have looked legit.
They have, absolutely. Good God. What is this?
It's for you. It's a gift.
Okay. Sorry. Good snaps. He didn't drop any of the snaps this time, but I think it's because he had first team reps this week.
Right. They worked on the mechanics before practice, after practice, whatever. That they worked on that. So yeah, that was the only flaw against Texas that I saw in him. This week he did have a couple of throws that were underthrown, but we still managed to go get him. And then you could tell, as the game progressed on, he was starting to lead his receivers better. So he did very well adjusting, and that just goes for his potential. He's so good, and it's going to be really fun watching him going forward.
Oh, yeah. Receivers break out. You want to see the receivers have a solid game.
Right. They looked really good. We were getting those plays downfield in the passing game, and I wanted to see somebody break out, and that happened to be Jaden Hazelwood. He had the hat trick. He had 3 touchdown catches. He had 56 yards. He established himself as a legitimate red zone threat. So that back shoulder pass was awesome.
How are you going to defend that?
Yeah,
how are you going to defend that?
And he did.
That corner was right on him the whole time. Perfect ball placement.
I do think
catch.
it was one-handed.
I think it was too. I think it was.
But
that
was
awesome.
It was nice.
That was freaking awesome. So we had a lot of positives, a lot of negatives in this game. Mm-hmm. What are some positives?
Positives, we actually had a good passing game. We weren't running around the pocket to the right or left. Caleb Williams looks very comfortable. He will step up in the pocket.
Yeah.
He got sacked twice by number 32, that Mathis guy. He was coming. He was coming off the edge hot. But we looked really, really good offensively, and that's what we needed. First possession of the game, we go 7 plays, 75 yards, and 2 minutes, 59 seconds.
Yeah.
So it was nice. It looked like traditional Oklahoma football.
It looked like it was going to be a bloodbath.
Right. But you could also tell the energy from the team from the crowd.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
You know, they have more confidence calling plays. The plays look more consistent. They look like Oklahoma football. So it's good to see.
Yeah, I know. What are some positives about the defense that you can just think of?
You know, at first, the first
He wasn't ready for that
two
question.
possessions of the game looks okay. You know, it was like they were 3 and out, awesome, but then you start to see them getting out of the rush lanes. You start to see the leverage kind of break down. You see them bounce it outside. Defensive backs, Billy Bowman had one where he's not making contact with the receiver. He's trying to catch up to him, and it's like he's just trying to face guard him when he needs to just get contact, turn around, look for the football, and try to make a play on it. But he's young. He's also got a lot of potential. I already mentioned the Joshua Eaton play where he's got an interception, but he just gets it yanked from him. Number 1, I don't know what his name is, from TCU, had a monstrous day. And then the touchback from Deshaun White when he's running, he's going to make a heroic play, he dives, and, you know, he loses the ball, touchback.
Yeah.
So.
God damn, what is this? Before I, what are some negatives of the offense? Some negatives of the offense. Seriously.
Caleb Williams had 295, 4 pass touchdowns. It was kind of funny. There was 2 dropped touchdown passes. One to Stogner in the red zone. And it tells you what type of player Caleb Williams is because he smiled about it, started clapping, went on to the next play. Mm-hmm. And then there was also a deep play to Mike Woods that was like a 40-yard bomb, maybe even more. I don't know for sure, but it hit his hands. He drops it. That's just another play I like to have back.
And that's what you got to do. You can't just hang off of one bad play and let that get in your head. You know, once that play's over, you move on.
Yeah,
you move on.
Yeah, he's a very high awareness kind of guy. You also saw that in the Texas game, whenever he's looking at the play clock and he's clapping his hands together. There's also another play in that Texas game where there's a corner that's given a lot of cushion, and he just realizes it. It looks like it's going to be a run play for OU, but he snaps it and whips it out there.
Yeah.
And he's a true freshman, and that's the crazy thing about it. So.
A true freshman. Oh, my gosh. All over my notes. What is this? Is this a Kool-Aid?
Thanks, Adam.
What are some negatives? Let's go negatives of defense.
Negatives of defense. Just our depth right now. You know, we have Darian Turner-Yell out, and then
That
we
one's
got
actually pretty good.
DJ Graham, who, you know, left the game for concussion protocol. And then, obviously, Woody Washington has been out for several weeks. So, you know, getting those guys back, I think we'll be okay. But it's just hard to see the defense struggle like it is right now as soon as you get your offense back into, you know, good shape, scoring a lot of points.
Now, special teams. I'm going to say something about the special teams. Missed a field goal. Mm-hmm. They made a field goal. Okay. What about that fair catch on that onside kick? That was priceless.
Yeah.
You know? That was awesome. And then they still tackled him because I'm going to be honest with you, I've never seen a fair catch on an onside kick.
Yeah. It was a good placement kick. You know, a nice little pooch to him, but, you know, they make the grab. That was the big thing on special teams, just execute. And
yeah.
I noticed how when Gabe Burchick missed the first field goal, the fans started chanting, "We still love you."
Yeah. That's one positive thing
they
were chanting this year.
Right.
So you look at Oklahoma now, okay? They are 7-0.
Going to be ranked number 3. They should.
They should be ranked number 3. If I had to guess, it's going to be Georgia, Cincinnati, OU, Bama. If I had to guess. So you look at Oklahoma now, 7-0, beat TCU by 3 touchdowns. Okay, they gave up, 31
yards,
points.
but...
Okay, 52-31. By the way, Nick, you did predict 48-34. You're pretty damn close.
Pretty close. I had a feeling it's going to be more than just a one-possession game. I had a feeling that Oklahoma was going to feed off Caleb, and I expected him to have a good day, and he did. Granted, TCU's defense isn't very good, but he still had a really big day.
I'm really hoping this doesn't turn out like 2013 when Trevor Knight struggled, got benched. Blake Bell came out as the starter, balled out on who was it? Air Force?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. But anyway, Blake Bell came out, balled out on whoever they were playing. They kicked the crap out of him. He had a great game.
Was it Tulsa?
I think it was. I think
Tulsa.
Tulsa.
You were there.
I was, because that's right when I got out of AIT.
Did they play Notre Dame that year?
Yeah, they
in
beat
South
him.
Bend?
They beat him. Yeah. So Blake Bell came out, and that was his first start, and he balled out. Well, quarterback play slowly went downhill the rest of the season.
I think you can't even compare these two circumstances.
And you can't. And I'm just looking at it as an OU fan. You know what I mean? Looking at
it's more of a Kelly Bryant and Trevor Lawrence situation and a Tua and Jalen Hurts situation.
Yeah.
You can literally compare it to that, where both guys are talented, but there's one guy that's freaky athletic, freaky talented. That's once in a generation type of guy. And I think we have that in Caleb.
Dude, he has all the traits of our past quarterbacks. He's humble like Jalen Hurts. He's a cocky asshole.
He plays with a lot of emotion.
He does. I don't know if you guys watched or not, but when they scored that last touchdown against Texas, he just stared the Texas sideline down. I love it. And I missed that with Baker Mayfield.
Right. You asked for Caleb. Wish granted.
Yeah, exactly. But back to what I was saying. You look at Oklahoma now. 7-0. Just beat TCU by 3 touchdowns. Okay. Running the ball comfortably. Granted, TCU isn't the best defense. I get it. Whatever. But you look at Oklahoma now. And you look at Oklahoma in week 1. There's a difference.
Shoot, yeah. There really is.
After the West Virginia game, when we watched it, I didn't think Oklahoma should even be in the top 20. I honestly was worried that Oklahoma was going to go. I didn't even know if Oklahoma would win 6 games.
I think you asked Emerson and I where you thought Oklahoma should be ranked. I think he said relatively 12. I think I said about 21, 22.
Yeah.
And that's what I knew about that team at that time.
Yeah, absolutely. So they've came a long way in just, that amount of time. And Emerson touched on it earlier. The Texas game, they make or break their season right there. What is this?
It's a cupcake Moscato, it looks like.
That's disgusting. Do I have to drink this?
Sooner Saloon, you got to do it for the fans.
God.
Yeah, Oklahoma looked really well, though. Overall, comparing this team to the team we saw earlier in the season, it's completely different.
Yeah, absolutely. That's not bad. It's okay. God, guys. Absolutely. And who knows what they'll accomplish here on out. This is only the beginning. This is a different team. I remember you saying the second half of the Texas game was a new season for Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And Caleb Williams should be the starter, but man, I do got a lot of respect for Radler.
Me too.
I really do. I really do.
And did you notice how he was still locked in?
He was. And honestly, all the OU fans talking so much shit on him,
It takes one bad play.
It
and he's
does.
back in.
It does. And then you know what? If Caleb Williams went down and Spencer came in and he balled out, all you assholes would start loving him again.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah, they would.
Anyway, that pisses me off, and that's a topic that I hate getting on.
But I mean, he was locked in. He was having conversations with Caleb and Spencer Lincoln Riley at the same time. And also, I noticed Kennedy Brooks goes down. He hits like a cooler on the TCU sideline, and you could see Rattler looking over there, and he's like, "Get up, get up." I'm reading his lips, and he didn't even know the camera's on him. So he's not putting on a show. He's locked in. He's ready to go in case they need him.
He is, and he will come back in the game at some point this season. He
Yeah.
will, and we're going to need him. Whether or not y'all think we're going to need him or not, we will, and we do need him.
He's going to have a big chip on his shoulder, too.
Absolutely, And with all these fans talking so much trash, think of the mental health that puts on somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But wherever he goes, he's still talented, and he's still going to be a really good
And I'm going to support the dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely, So yeah, we're at 7-0, beating TCU. AP Top 25 hasn't came out yet. The playoff rankings will be coming out here eventually. Before you know it,
soon. We still got some big matchups. We still got Baylor, Iowa State, Oklahoma State,
and there's a possibility we could play Oklahoma State 2 weeks in a row.
Right.
2 weeks in a row. They were pretty quick to rank Texas A&M again after 2 losses.
Yeah. I mean, when you beat Bama, that's what's going to happen. You also get that SEC bias, just like how Florida loses this week to LSU, and they're going to be the first 3-loss team in the playoff, potentially.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. AP Top 25 comes out. Florida's going to be number 25.
Probably.
Number 25. They're in the SEC, folks.
They'll get a couple votes for the top 25.
There you go. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up. OU-TCU next week. We got Kansas. Nick, you got anything?
It was just really nice to see this team go out there and make plays.
The first non-stressful game we had all season.
Yes. Didn't come down to one possession. And, all these receivers look good. Even Jeremiah Hall had the, first touchdown catch of the game. And it just looked awesome. Caleb Williams is legit. So I'm excited watching this team going forward.
Cool. Sounds good. Well, we'll see you guys later. OUKU talk later on. Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner.
Hi, I'm Adam Murphy, director and producer of Sooner Saloon.
My name's Gabe Joyner. I'm the motherfucking sound guy.
And we would like to thank you for watching and want to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe if you like our videos.
Go. Smash that like button. Destroy that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, kill it.
Cheers to that, bud.
Destroy. Subscribe. Destroy the like button.